In the cozy, crumb-filled spaces behind the pantry wall, lived Mortimer the Mouse, a tiny creature with an enormous curiosity. Mortimer the Mouse had whiskers that twitched with every new scent and ears that perked at the faintest sound. His fur was the soft gray of evening shadows. Mortimer the Mouse and his mouse family lived a quiet life, mostly. They were experts at scurrying silently and finding fallen treasures. A dropped pea, a forgotten biscuit crumb, a speck of sugar, these were feasts for Mortimer the Mouse. One night, the most exciting rumor rippled through the mouse community. Old Man Fitzwilliam, the human whose house they shared, had brought home a giant piece of mooncheese. No mouse had ever seen mooncheese, but legends described it as pale yellow, cratered, and smelling divinely. The mouse elder, a venerable rodent named Professor Squeakums, had even read about it in a discarded piece of newspaper. Mooncheese, Professor Squeakums had declared, adjusting his tiny spectacles made of wire, is said to be the most delicious substance known to mousekind. Mortimer the Mouse's whiskers quivered with anticipation. Mooncheese. The bravest mice, led by a daring mouse named Reginald the Rat, who was technically a small rat but preferred the company of mice, planned an expedition. Their mission, to locate the mooncheese and bring back a tiny sample for everyone. Mortimer the Mouse, though small, was determined to join. His keen nose would be an asset. Under the cloak of deepest night, the expedition set off. They navigated the treacherous terrain of the kitchen floor, past the sleeping giant, Old Man Fitzwilliam's cat, Ginger. Ginger the cat was a fluffy orange peril, best avoided. Mortimer the Mouse, with his excellent sense of smell, led the way, sniffing for that legendary cheesy aroma. This way. Mortimer the Mouse whispered, his nose pointing towards the tall, cool box the humans called a fridge. Reginald the Rat, being slightly stronger, managed to nudge open the fridge door just a crack. A blast of cold air and a symphony of smells hit them. And there it was. On a high shelf, bathed in the dim light from the fridge bulb, a large, pale yellow wedge, unmistakably mooncheese. It looked even more glorious than the legends. The problem was, the shelf was very high. Too high for a direct climb. "We need a plan," squeaked Penelope the field mouse, who had tagged along hoping for adventure. Reginald the Rat suggested building a mouse pyramid. Another mouse suggested trying to gnaw through the fridge leg, which seemed like a very long-term project. Mortimer the Mouse looked around, his sharp eyes taking in every detail. Mortimer the Mouse noticed a string hanging from a bunch of bananas on a lower shelf. Mortimer the Mouse then saw a forgotten wooden spoon leaning against the side of the fridge, almost reaching the mooncheese shelf. "I have an idea," Mortimer the Mouse chirped, his voice small but clear. Mortimer the Mouse explained his plan: climb the banana string, swing onto the spoon, and then carefully nudge a tiny piece of mooncheese off the edge. It was daring, it was precise, and it required agility. Reginald the Rat, ever the brave one, volunteered for the spoon part. Mortimer the Mouse, being light and nimble, would do the banana string swing. With bated breath, the other mice watched. Mortimer the Mouse scampered up the wall, then onto the counter. Mortimer the Mouse took a brave leap and grabbed the banana string, swinging like a tiny acrobat. With a perfectly timed kick, Mortimer the Mouse landed silently on the handle of the wooden spoon. So far, so good. Now it was Reginald the Rat's turn. He carefully scurried up the spoon, which wobbled precariously. Reginald the Rat reached the top, right beside the magnificent Mooncheese. Using his nose and front paws, Reginald the Rat gently pushed at a small, crumbly edge of the cheese. A tiny piece, no bigger than a ladybug, broke off and tumbled down. It landed with a soft plink on the shelf below, right where Penelope the field mouse was waiting. Mission accomplished. Penelope the field mouse carefully secured the precious crumb. The retreat was swift and silent. Back in the safety of their wall haven, the Mooncheese crumb was presented to Professor Squeakums. Professor Squeakums examined it closely, sniffed it, and then took a minuscule bite. Professor Squeakums's eyes widened. Magnificent! Professor Squeakums declared. Truly, the legends are true. The tiny piece of Mooncheese was divided even more tinily, so every mouse in the community got a taste. Mortimer the Mouse savored his speck. It was salty, tangy, and utterly delicious. You were very brave, Mortimer the Mouse, said Reginald the Rat, giving Mortimer a friendly nudge. And very clever with your observation, added Professor Squeakums. Mortimer the Mouse felt a warm glow of pride. Mortimer the Mouse had learned that even the smallest mouse, with keen senses and a bit of ingenuity, could achieve great things. And that sometimes, the greatest treasures required teamwork and a well-thought-out plan. From that night on, Mortimer the Mouse was known not just for his curiosity, but for his role in the great Mooncheese caper. The legend of Mooncheese grew, and so did the legend of Mortimer the Mouse. Mortimer the Mouse knew that the world was full of wonders, waiting to be discovered by those brave enough to explore. And Mortimer the Mouse, with his twitching whiskers, was always ready for the next adventure, especially if cheese was involved. The mouse community often recounted the tale, reminding the young ones that size isn't everything. It was about using your natural abilities, a keen nose, sharp eyes, and a clever mind. Mortimer the Mouse would often gaze at the moon, wondering if it was truly made of such delicious cheese. Perhaps that was another mystery for another night. For now, the memory of the Mooncheese and the successful mission was enough to make every mouse smile. And Ginger the cat slept on, blissfully unaware of the grand adventure that had taken place right under her nose. Mortimer the Mouse, the small hero, curled up contentedly, dreaming of future explorations and, of course, more cheese.